Hey everybody, Akuago220 here, and here we are on another Pyromancer commentaries, or E-Flicks actually. This time we're looking back on Headtaker Headaches, one of my earlier works. Well, fully. Well, actually, no, this is actually, when we, collaborated for the first time for... No, wait, second time. First time being Underground Rapture 2, right?
Yeah, that's the case. If you're remembering all the way back, this was actually one of the first scripts we ever wrote, and this was going to be, like, the fourth thing we were going to make, but then we realized, oh hey, all the characters appear in this script, so it's the best time to start with this. The first one that was ever written was Crafting Conundrum, which wasn't done a while after this, though. But that didn't have all the characters, and we had one, hey, all the characters, let's use this one, and so we did.
For our Crafting Conundrum, we saved that one for quite a while, but we figured when Shugo was able to animate, it would be good practice for him to tackle one of our older scripts. That's why the writings may seem slightly outdated, i.e. with Demo Pan.
5% outdated.
More or less. But for now, let's look back on... not Underground Rapture 2, Headtaker Headaches, which was the first, and probably only time I ever had the Headtaker on my person.
Yeah, but it shows up again later on in Apparition's Armory, quite a few years later, but we'll talk about that when we ever get to it, if we ever do.
Indeed. Alright, let's get this ball rolling. What was I parroting in this? Oh yeah, Poker Night of the Inventory.
Poker Night. Yeah. This came out in February 10th, 2013, so Poker Night was still relatively new and fresh in our minds.
The first one. The second one was about, what, a year or two later?
I believe so. I don't have Poker Night 2.
I remember that scene. It was actually my first time in regards to masking, trying to integrate both the R-Wing and the Headtaker movie at the same time. This was long before stop-motion helper, or at least my grasp on it.
Yeah, this was actually a long time before stop-motion helper was released to Gmod. Now, the joke that I said there was, he just ate the Millennium Falcon. See, that was a joke long ago caused by there was a Star Wars trivia thing that I believe Mello was reading, and the phone is ringing, screw you, phone. And the joke was, how did Han Solo get the Millennium Falcon? And then, he ate it, was one of the answers, like, wait, what? And then it just became an inside joke during that time. It's died down long since then, but it's still memorable in the group.
Yeah, I'm not too proud of all the times that I was just using the physics gun to move everything, now that we have the ability with stop-motion helper. It's still helpful a little bit here and now, but at least I don't have to abuse it.
Okay, so why did light turn green there? I still don't get that joke, even after all those years.
It was everyone turning yellow. I didn't want to just go back and make edit everybody's textures just to make them yellow, so I tried to find a cheap way to get through. Oh hey, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. That was actually one of my recordings, so I didn't rip that from any other user. That was actually my recording from my PS3. Wish I could do that now, but Elgato doesn't... Well, I mean, Elgato it does take HDMI, but the PS3 has anti-recording restrictions for the PS3. The PS4 can be turned off, but the PS3, no.
I love this little thing right here where just TNT just snaps right into the box and just pokes his arm out.
Yeah, I was trying to look for that pling sound effect that goes like... something along that caliber. And that slowed down laughter, I believe, was one of the...
Hey, I animated this part!
The Master Hand. Yep, this bit's yours. And one of the
this was like the first thing I ever animated. Actually, so I believe at the time... actually, no, this was the second thing I animated. The first thing I ever animated was the moon scene in Underground Rapture 2. But this was my second thing, and it was a slightly bit more detailed. Now, a bit of trivia right here. When you facepalm and the screen shakes, I did that because there was an error when I was doing the shot. I accidentally moved the table, so if you facepalmed, like, the table would jerk and I couldn't fix it, because, again, stop-motion helper didn't exist at the time, so I fixed that by having the screen shake a little bit to make it transition properly.
Oh, because the desk moved at the time.
Yeah, okay. It did, and I couldn't put it back into position, so I'm like, okay, just make it shake, it'll pass the problem, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly hate it when that happens, like, when you think you have something anchored down, but it just moves ever so slightly, and then when you have it doing it in production with the stop-motion process, it's just a pain in the ass, or at least it's just like... Ah, God. But, I mean, that's how...
Oh no! Everyone is dead!
All by the hands of the Headtaker. But doesn't seem to have at least a little splotch of blood on it.
Yeah, all of this was done with the Fizz gun. There was no ragdoll mover, there was no stop-motion helper at the time. When those tools came around, things became so much easier. Hey look, the window didn't break for some reason.
And that "you're fired" clip comes from an extremely goofy movie.
Yes.
Yeah, when it came to everyone being cowardly, the only ones that could really work out was you and Garth because, well, TF2 characters, so you had that animation in tow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone, I just had to kind of improvise.
So before this ends, like, the setting usually of our quote-unquote clubhouse was this manor thing. The joke that I want to make in the future is that it's just some old guy's mansion that we snuck into every once in a while the clubhouse was renovating and stuff. I don't know. After there were some damages.
Something along that caliber.
This takes place after the flashback of Misfitting Milestone, so we have a way to patch up these little plot holes. Don't worry, I got ideas.
Also, it's a misadventure, so I mean, it's not like we're trying to make the next magnum opus in regards to storytelling. At least with the misadventures.
Hey, I'm trying to keep as much continuity as I can, man.
Understandable. I mean, keeping a little bit is right, as long as it's within like understandable parameters or. Well, I guess just know your limits. But all right,
it's time to play Name That Inconsistency. My favorite.
Yeah, lovely. Looking back on all those.
Yeah.
And so concludes our little commentary bit in regards to Headtaker headaches. Yeah, one of my earlier... I mean, nobody likes looking back on their earlier works, but look how far we come. Hell, I can even... Well, it might even seem like you're a little bit better than me in regards to animated, but then again, you've done a lot more animations than I have.
It's mostly because I know of animation tricks. Like, I've taken legit animation classes in high school and college, even to this day, so I guess I have educational training as a slight backup.
And I just have, I just started 3D modeling, and I know how to make a table and a chair. At least model.
Yeah, we need to learn 3ds Max. Yeah, we got to get 3ds Max so we can make our own body groups for Shugo and Cheesecake and Bella and everyone else with a body group.
And importing other stuff, but that's another endeavor for another time. So
yeah, but I guess we might as well ask. If any of you people know how to use 3ds Max, contact us. We might need your help.
That's not being satirical. That's actually pretty genuine. If you got the spare
I'm not being
time,
sarcastic.
If you got the spare time, just contact one of us. But until then, I guess we'll see you all again another time in another video.
See you in the next commentary, or the next misadventure, or mini-venture, whatever comes out next.
Whichever happens first.
Yeah.